getting the league table up, and I couldn't see us. I had to scan down a bit. So yeah, we're 14th. But you were lucky yesterday. I'm ready today.
Ooh.
Like, you were so lucky. I mean, I know we're really bad, but we look. Some people were saying you were going to win 6 or 7-0. I think that wasn't going to happen with your strike force, but I did expect you were probably going to win. But I think United were. Okay, look, I'm not bothered about that game. We were just talking there about the Premier League and whether it's sort of losing its shine now because for us too. But I mean, we should have won. We really should. I mean, your man of the match was David Raya.
Yeah, no, to be fair, right? You had the best chances, despite us. Listen, what I saw yesterday is what I've been seeing since the start of January. Right? Is that since we lost all the attacking players, right? And even sometimes when some of them were there. Lots of possession from Arsenal, lots of passing, lots of intent until you get down to getting a shot off or doing something with it, right? Because we totally dominated the first half. Yeah. And I thought it was a bit against the run of play, the free kick, and you get the goal. Brilliant by Bruno Fernandes. But to be fair to you guys, in the second half, I think you were the better side. You look more dangerous. You look more likely to score than us, despite still us having loads and loads of possession. And yeah, David Raya, he pulled off a couple of brilliant saves. It was mixed for me with David Raya because I thought on the goal, I don't know what he was doing. I remember standing watching, thinking, why is he so far over to that side? And then, it's Bruno Fernandes. You can't be, to me, I'm like, you can't be showing a player like that. Like,
in his defense,
I dare you to hit in here. That's Bruno Fernandes. He's brilliant on free kicks.
In his defense, though, and you know how analytical Arsenal are, we've seen it with set pieces, etc. As a goalkeeper, he's probably got to figure out that yard's 11 yards, that wall is 11 yards and not 10. But if he's working on the assumption it's 10 yards, he probably can take another meter to the right, because Bruno's never scoring that free kick if Anthony Taylor takes that wall to where it should be. Even Christian Eriksen said it after the game. And I think you had a free kick in the second half. And for some reason, Anthony Taylor decided he was doing 11 yards or 11 and a half yards instead of 10. And I think that allows Bruno to get it up and over. And I think Raya, goalkeepers, I remember speaking to Ben Foster about this, and he said, on free kicks, if they get it right, you're in trouble. So your thing is you're always going to cover the side of the goal that you're responsible for. And I think he's left it to the wall. But because the wall, I mean, it does jump. It's just a good free kick from Bruno. But, I mean, he made that save from Mazraoui was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no, it was an incredible save. And, he had a great... Listen, David Raya's probably been one of our best players this season. He's been absolutely brilliant. So I ain't going to go too harsh on him. And I don't know what the referee... Listen, I'm not using that as an excuse in any way, because this is still a great free kick. But these guys are supposed to be our best referees. You can't even, you can't even pace out a 10-yard free kick, right? You got spray, you got feet, right? And you can't even pace out a 10-yard free kick, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I thought Declan Rice, who was our best player, he made that great tackle on Højlund when he was through. Although Højlund should have got his shot off, but he was.
Well, that's the thing,
scored a brilliant goal, Rice. Brilliant goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal, and I think that annoyed me from United, because you did as at the Emirates last year with Odegaard. Like, we never pick up the midfielder on the edge of the box. Rice, really intelligent, just holds his ground. There's no one near him, but there's still a lot to do. And it's a great finish. But look, I agree with you. I think Arsenal, all the gear and no idea, but you've scored one goal in 3 Premier League games, and I'm not going to ridicule that, because we know why that is. You haven't got a striker. And I think Man United, it makes me laugh when people talk about formation system changes. Amorim already does this. We did it at Anfield. We did it against you in the Cup. We did it yesterday. Against the best teams, it's not a 3-4-3. It's a 5-4-1. And you can't get through it. And we could have kept playing like that. But I think in the second half, because we're 1-0 up, I think Amorim said, look, they're going to leave space, which made it a better half, but it also left opportunities for you. But we've done to you what we did to Liverpool last year. Liverpool was sort of in a race for everything. We knocked them out of the Cup, and we sort of ended their title hopes with a draw at Old Trafford. And the same things happened again. But honestly, I watched Arsenal again yesterday. And if they had Ollie Watkins, which is surely the striker comes in the summer, then I think you judge Arsenal next season with the striker. They've just got to do that. And Arteta running out of his interview like he ran out the title race. I saw all the banter from that. But I do get his frustration. And What's he supposed to do? He knows the situation as well as you do.
Yeah, it's for me as an Arsenal fan, seeing what's happened since January, when we could have done something about. I'm not saying it would have solved it because it's January, but we could have done something about it and did nothing. Seeing what's happening now, week in, week out, which is basically, we still have a really good side, but we got no attacking. It's not just striker. We got no options either off the bench, right? It's absolutely, as I keep saying every week, it was criminal, and it's playing out in front of everybody now, week in, week out. Teams know how to play Arsenal. Sit really, really deep, right? I saw United do it yesterday. They even come over the halfway line sometimes, right? Just look for the counter-attack. Forest did it. You did it. Everton did it to us. Everybody's doing it to us. Do that. You can get a bit of joy out of it. Attack Arsenal, like what PSV and Manchester City did. Yeah, you're in a bit of trouble, right? Yeah. So it's of our own doing, and it's what's really, really frustrating. But like you said, funnily
enough, though, in the Champions League, it might not be a problem, because who's going to play Arsenal in the latter stages and part the bus over two legs? I don't think there's a team that would. Madrid wouldn't. I mean, Atletico Madrid are a little bit like that. You might have to worry about them. But look, you're right. Arsenal have taken, and I'm not critical of this. I think you've explained the problem. We all know the problem. I haven't seen much Arteta out, which is good. 2 points from 9 in your last 3 games. That's not terrible title form, is it? And it's all. I mean, I don't think you've only conceded 3 in those games. So conceding 1 a game, but scoring less than 1 a game. So it's Liverpool are winning the title because Arsenal haven't got any firepower. But Arsenal are definitely the best of the rest by a long way.
Yeah, I think we handed them the title in January. I said it at the time, and a lot of people said it at the time, and we were just basically just said, right, we'll wait until next year. That's what we did in January, and now Liverpool they've won it. I mean, was it 15 points clear? I was reading this morning that no team's ever thrown away a lead like that at this stage of a season, right? So it'd take a complete capitulation, and they've been excellent. Listen, they've only lost 1 game in the league this season, easily beating Southampton in the end, although Southampton gave them a bit of scare. Mo Salah with a couple more penalties, and they're just romping away to the title. And I mean, it's very frustrating for me to see when I see how hard we had to graft over the last 2 years to try, and we've just had teams breathing down our neck all the way. But fair play to them. They've won this easily, and well done to them.
The interesting thing as well is that if you look at goals scored, I mean, goal difference is 42, but goals scored 69 for Liverpool. Second place is actually Chelsea and Man City with 53, but Arsenal got 52, and you haven't got a striker. I mean, Arsenal, it's not even like Arsenal aren't scoring goals. They are, but everybody knows that they need more than that. But yeah, I mean, we're old enough to remember 96 when Newcastle were 12 points clear of Man United, and that's called the biggest choke in Premier League history, and that was from January. So it's been over for weeks.